where do we even start with this football club, man? Like, man, them, we're finished, you know. Like, I'm already saying that, yo, we're not gonna be signing anyone in January as well. Like, broski, we're done. Like, honestly, relegate us, man. Honestly, man, relegate us. Because boy, we need this. We need this cleansing, man. We need this deep cleansing, man. Them. Like, honestly, ain't no signing gonna change us. Like, we need to get these players out. We need to get most of these players out. 90% of the squad need to go. Not many can stay behind.
But how's that gonna work if we're not signing anyone in January? Then that means you got to get rid of a lot of players in the summer, which that's gonna draw us back another 2-3 transfer windows anyway. I don't know, like Ineos.
Bro,
I
you
don't.
gotta make it done. You got to do it. Ineos, bro, they're on fraud watch.
Nah, Ineos are frauds, man. I realize it. Ineos are frauds.
Bro, they're on fraud watch right now, man.
Their
Like
first
them
mistake
man
was
there,
actually keeping Ten Hag, man.
broski. Like, man seeing families there. Bro, I sat to two people today. I think it was her daughter and the dad. Guess where they came from? They came from Australia.
Ah.
They came from Australia, man, to witness this today, man. Them. Australia. I feel sorry for them.
Wow.
Bro, we can't keep a clean sheet. We always concede him first. There is literally no save in this football club. Like, I feel like we should just fold it, bro. End it. End it. Wasim, talk to us, man. Talk to me, bro, Wasim. How do you sum up today? Tonight?
Yeah, to be honest, when I saw the lineup, obviously the news was Rashford back in the squad. But then one of my friends, I was at gym, so one of my friends was saying he might start, but then obviously he was on the bench. But I think he's just got a Rashford's situation's got to play out however it's going to play. But regarding starting 11, I was a bit disappointed in areas, to be honest. I thought the wing back area, I wanted a change. I mentioned it the past couple of weeks. I need one of the wing backs at minimum to be a winger, and I've had enough of Delo as the left wing back. I watched him continuously. He cannot play that. He cannot play that position to anywhere near a competent level, and he's holding us back. Mazraoui, again, I've repeated, as good as a player he is, he's not a wing back in this system. You play him in the back three, ideally right of the back three. Similar how Conte played Azpilicueta right-sided of the back three, because that player can step in, he can drift out to the right, and they've got that positional awareness and so forth. And then maybe play a wing back on the right, either Anthony or even you can move Ahmad back in that position again. And then the centre mid's huge problem because the mobility, we saw with Ericsson, Casemiro, we mentioned it before even Amorim arrived, we mentioned it, that the spaces on the side of the midfielders are a huge issue in this system because the wing backs are going to be back, so therefore it's just two, and then the spaces on the outside, and we think we saw that for their second goal in the build-up. So that's another issue. They're basically the outer centre backs have to step in. If they don't step in, basically the two centre mids are going to be flooded, and that's what happened. Or you get the two number 10s, they have to go left mid and right mid, so it becomes a 5-4-1. But that wasn't happening either. So that was an issue, and that's something the tweaks Amorim has to make. And then we conceded too early. Even though Newcastle in very good form, good team, good players, the physical flooring of their team is very good. Loads of quality players. For example, Isaac. Yeah, I used to one of my friends. He supports Madrid. I go before they sign Mbappe. They should sign Isaac because Isaac number 9 for Real Madrid would be amazing because of his hold up play, link up play, can score goals. It will suit Rodrigo and Vinny to the T. Yeah, big up Suj in the comments as well. And yeah, we conceded too early, and then the second goal came after like 20 minutes as well. So then it was backs against the wall. Obviously, what happened with Xerxes, the sub needed to be made. He was the sacrificial lamb. The fans booing him. I don't know what I hate. I absolutely hate it. This is what I hate. Fans that go to matches, They think they're this. They think they're above everyone else, or they think they're this. You know when they back the manager when it's like beyond reasonability. Do you know when they backed Oli beyond reasonability? They backed Ten Hag beyond reasonability. Oh, we're proper fans. Us. Where are those proper fans today? You're booing
Nah.
you're booing a new signing. Do you get what I mean? And the
Mm.
second half, Kobe came on. We got a bit more control in the game. We should have taken chances here and there. Casemiro had a good chance, I remember. I think late in the second half. But to be honest, it's bit of the same old. To be honest, but obviously we've got other lads on the panel, so I'll let them carry on.
Mm. Yeah, shout out to Suj for gifting 5 membership, bro. Always love my bro. Coot baller, bro. Like,
Oh yeah.
people said to me, "Yo, Saeed, why you moaning? You want to suffer, innit, brother?" Nah, I'm not built for this shit, bro. I can't lie. They broke me tonight, bro. No, they broke me. I don't know if I can do this with this group of players, bro. Do you know what I mean, man? I don't want to know this, bro. I don't.
Saeed, these players don't deserve our suffering. You suffer for different players, but not these players.
Not these players, yeah, facts. But Coot baller, what are you saying, bro, man? How do you assess this, my brother?
I'm first of all, I'm glad I was at Old Trafford, but I'm glad I didn't go to the game because this would have made me 10 times way more annoyed. But honestly, although Manchester United have been bad, I was in shock because the team cannot play football. How can you not play 5 or 6 passes? How can the striker not know how to control the ball? You're playing for Manchester United. And that's another thing. I think Manchester United fans, because we've been so low, I think we've kind of adapted to lower quality players and try and find reasons to justify why these players are Manchester United, rather than saying these players are not good enough for the level that Amorim wants to take this club to. You know what I'm saying? Højlund cannot keep the ball. And I admit he is a good finisher. When he has good chances, he scores. But if you cannot keep a ball that's coming to your feet, you don't know what decision to make, whether to pass it, whether to wrestle 7 defenders. Football is a game that's played in your head. It's not played with your feet. So you don't need to be wrestling 2 or 3 players when the ball's at your feet. Hold one man off and pass the ball to the next person. You don't need to be keeping the ball and holding. We don't care about how strong you are. We want to score goals. We're not watching the game to see you wrestle 3 or 4 players. That's one thing. So we don't have a focal point, but we spent a lot of money on that. Xerxes, like what he mentioned, I don't think you should be booing him off. I think that's really harsh because there were other players that I felt didn't actually play good either. Dalot's been bad for however, we know how long he's been bad for. Casemiro, Eriksen, we don't need to go into that. We already know those two are not going to work together. Another thing is Casemiro and Eriksen in Amorim's system, those two have to really be good at applying pressure on the ball when we don't have the ball. They're not going to be able to do that because he clearly wants them to press high. We saw against Ipswich what he was telling Casemiro to do. Hence why we've not seen Casemiro. And obviously, I know Casemiro is a good footballer, but at the same time, off the ball matters a lot to how Amorim wants to play. So if that's going to be a big part of his football, then I think it's important to know that it's not going to work because Casemiro's not going to do that high press for 90 minutes. That's not going to work. It's as simple as that. And on the ball, let's be real, Eriksen and Casemiro weren't good on the ball today either. And we lost the game because the midfield couldn't keep the ball. And we've been seeing this, how like we're getting ran by Joe Linton, respectfully, what's his name? Bruno Guimaraes in the midfield. They were overpowering our midfield in every sense. When Newcastle decided to retreat, that's when we had the ball. And obviously, Kobe Mainoo came on, but they were already 2-0 up. Another thing is Lisandro. First season, I absolutely loved him. But we have to have a conversation because the 2 goals, I mean, the first one, he didn't even go across to even mark Isak, which there's 3 centre-backs. So I'm confused as to why you're not going across to at least try and win the ball. United's probably the first team I've seen that does zonal marking in open play. Like, what are you doing marking zones? Like, are the defenders going to actually go and engage? The second one, we could clearly tell that was aerial prowess and physical. He was just overpowered and outjumped by Joe Linton. That's going to be a problem. If that's going to keep happening, then I'm sorry, Licha, we're going to have to look for a replacement. It's as simple as that. So United, what it is the standard Amorim probably came to the club with is I want us to be here. But the players have been so used to this standard and they can't play consistently every game. We've been seeing this over the years. So I'm happy, keep the same system. But a lot of these players have to clearly go because they're not going to be able to cut it for where Amorim wants to take us. And I think today it was really shocking. I mean, it was disheartening, but it was shocking to see how a Newcastle team can come to Old Trafford and do that. Like, if that doesn't hurt the players, you know, I don't know. But my last thing to say as well is I think that United do get back in positions, but they're not aggressive enough to try and win the ball. Like, you see players get back, they're all back, set in a good position, but the man's on the edge of your box and you're not engaging to even tackle him. Like, I'm confused. Are you not ashamed, like, when you watch the game back and, like, you're not even going to engage to tackle, to try and even win the ball? Like, I'm not understanding. No. I'm not understanding. But yeah, again, they were terrible. They didn't deal with crosses again. And I mean, we didn't create enough real clear chances. I mean, we could have scored probably 2-3 goals. But based off our performance, I don't think that would have helped us anyway. Like, yeah, we draw, we win, but we play that bad at home. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Bro, you spoke facts, man. I don't want to see Lisandro ever again, bro. That guy, man, I swear down, bro. I don't want to see half of this team again. Lisandro, man, the guy bottled it, man. He gave up, man. He gave up, Lisandro. He gave up, man. A lot of these players giving up, bro. Get them out, man. You buckling under pressure, bro. World Cup winners. Some of them are World Cup winners.
Crazy.
The man have played in serious leagues. Casemiro, bro. Done with him, man. Like, generally, end the contract. Done. Ericsson, done. I'm done with half of these players, bro. Done with them, bro. Get them gone, man. I don't care about your name. Go, man. Respectfully, done. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, Mazarawi looking absolutely average right now. Getting cooked. Yo, I don't know if we've played him too much to the point where he's just burnt out. I don't know what's going on with Mazarawi. Broski, it's absolutely finished, guys, man. I'm sorry, man. Like, all of your favorites have to go. We have to be done now, man. Done.